Hey everybody, what is up? So yesterday, Apple had their WWDC event out in San Francisco. It's actually still going on, but yesterday was the big keynote, and they announced three big things. Two of them kind of relate to each other, but they announced the new version of macOS 10, Yosemite, iOS 8, and tools for developers. I'm going to be covering macOS 10 in a separate video. Then in this video, I'd like to focus on iOS 8. Now, I'm not going to be showing you iOS 8. I will show it to you eventually, but I have not made the video at the time of this recording. I have not made the video for iOS 8 itself. I'm just talking about the features of iOS 8, and then in the next video, maybe not the next one, because the next one will be Yosemite, and then the video after that will be iOS 8. Kind of a hands-on demo type deal. So, let's dive right in. So, iOS 8, huge for developers, massive for everyone else. So, it's coming this fall, and let's just dive right in. And you can get to this page by going to apple.com/iOS/iOS 8. So, I'm not going to read the page here word for word. So, the first new features is photos. So now if you take a photo, every edit, every album now gets synced up to your iCloud library and is easily viewable across all devices. Thank you! Thank you! Now I don't have to worry about having my iPad on a different version of my iPhone and my Mac in a different version than my iPhone. It's no more. It's all synchronized. It's all done through iCloud. It's really easy. So let's dive in a little deeper here. What else? There's some new, iCloud photo library, so now you'll never lose a photo, so really easy. They're cleaning it up, making it look nicer. Let's see. Can we go to the next page? It's never been easier to find them, so now you can search. There's more tags and stuff like that. You can do more searching within your photos. I don't think they've unlocked it for face detection yet, which would be really nice. They have it on the Mac. They've not bridged the gap, though, to iOS, and I don't know why they haven't yet. It would seem like it'd be really easy to do. But there's obviously some reason that I don't know. Apple doesn't consult me when they make these decisions. So, you now can get smart suggestions. It will show you recent searches. You can capture a moment and then edit in seconds. You got a composition tool. Smart adjustments. So now when you take a photo, you can adjust it, but it's more than just filters and effects. Now it will actually show you the brightness, and it will show you, in order to get this is what we did. Photo filters and editing tools. So now you can essentially have extensions within apps without breaking the security of the apps. You're still within Sandbox, but they did it in a way that works, and it works really well. Each app has their own sandbox, but it's using iOS to bridge the gap between the apps. And then there's a new time-lapse mode to camera, which they did not discuss in the keynote, but it's really cool. Essentially, you can start taking photos, and it will just take a series of photos in rapid succession, and it will show a period over time. It's kind of like taking a video, I know, but some people like time-lapses. So let's go back here and move on to the next one. Messages. They claimed in the video it is the most popular app on iOS, and I don't disagree with that at all. So now you can add your voice to the conversation. You can now essentially hold down a microphone button, go ba 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 ba, swipe, and it sends an audio recording, and it's really cool. I was using it last night with a friend of mine that has iOS 8 as well, and we were having this complete audio conversation back and forth between the two of us. And it was really cool. It was kind of weird at first, but It gets easier, I swear. The one shortcoming I see with this is there's no way to play it back before you send. It is all or nothing. You record it, you swipe up, and it's sent. There's no going back, there's no changing it, there's no editing. And these auto-delete themselves. So if they don't listen to it within a quick amount of time, it might have a deleted, but they can listen to it. And the other thing you can do is, if you make the recording, you can just, if you're on your lock screen, you can pick up the phone, hold it to your ear, and it will play. It's really cool. You can now quickly send video by doing the same motion. You push and hold, and you swipe, and it will send a quick little video. Take charge of your group messages. So a lot of features in regards to group messaging, and I would think in individual messages as well. You can now share your location with people. You can add and remove people from group messages, and you can remove yourself from threads. Thank you! Because sometimes I get put into group texts, and I don't need to be in them by a certain point, and I just want to remove myself from the thread. And the next time they send another one, bloop! It's like, oh my god, please stop. So now it makes it a lot easier to remove yourself from the thread, and it updates for everybody. You can now share the location of the conversation, and you control when you want to share, which is good news. You can see every attachment with one tap, so if they send you a map, photos, whatever the case may be, you can see them all in one spot. You can send multiple photos and videos at once. Nice. It's a good feature to have. So, that's it for messages. Design. They really did do a good job of cleaning up the design of iOS. It's built on iOS 7. Now, when you go into your task switcher, so here, you now have interactive notifications, so now you can respond to a notification right from the actual notification. You don't have to actually go into the app to respond. That's a good feature to have. Been long overdue. I know other phones have it, and, come on, let me... There we go. So now, again, with mail, calendar, contacts, whatever the case may be. A shortcut to who's important. So now you open your task switcher and your favorites and recents will show across the top as little dots with faces on them. It's kind of cool. New features to mail. Now you can get what you need in mail, and if you're in a compose window, you can swipe down and look at your mail, copy, paste it into the message. Nice little enhancement to mail. Okay, this feature, essentially it will actually get smarter about appointments and reservations and all that kind of stuff. It'll actually give you the option to add it to your contacts. So let's say someone sent you your contact and you don't have it in your contacts, you can save their contact right away. There's some new gestures. You can mark things as read or unread. You can flag and trash and move. Safari's been enhanced on the iPad. Next. So, new keyboards. I've never been disappointed with the iOS keyboard. It's actually my favorite keyboard to type on. By far, I've used several. I had a touchscreen phone before the iPhone, and the iPhone's leaps and bounds above touchscreen phones. Now they're going to add the ability to do third-party keyboards. Those third-party keyboards cannot access the data connection without you giving it access. So it'll be interesting to see what comes down the pike with third-party keyboards, and what developers will do. But one thing they've added to the default keyboards, now they have this predictive type. So it's actually based on the conversation. It's going to predict, hang on, let me jump into this one. You can see it here. It's predicting Attached, please find the transcripts for the SAU asked for, requested, or required. How does it know that? And it actually will get smart. Based on how you type, it will actually learn. It's per app. So, email, messages, all that. And it's all stored locally on the phone. It does not send it to any servers. So that is good news. So again, this is within messages. Here you see more common slang. Here you have it in more professional sounding tones. So it's per app. And it's got 14 languages. And now third-party keyboard support, which is awesome. Family sharing. Now, this is really cool, especially if you have kids. So you buy media. You buy apps. You buy songs. You buy movies. All that stuff. I'm a victim of that myself. Now, if one family member buys it, and you can have up to 6 people on one credit card, and they can see everyone's purchases and be able to download everyone's purchases. So it's really cool. You can share calendars through this, all sorts of really cool things. So here, music, movies, apps, books, whatever the case may be. The whole family can contribute to an album, so this is just a family album, and it all just appears, which is awesome. Easier to organize calendars, so calendars are shared through the family. You can track down family members through Find My Friends, really easy. All family members can access Find My iPhone, Find My iPad, Find My Mac, whatever it's called now. And you can set limits and still look like the good guy. So essentially, if a kid wants to buy, here they show the example of Minecraft, and they are not the family organizer, it will send a push notification to the parent's phone asking for permission for the kid to download the app. And once you approve it, then it will go and download it to the kid's phone. So they're really taking privacy seriously and making sure kids are not going on spending sprees. That's a good thing to know. Although the button I was looking for was ask your mother. I'm sorry, I think of these things. So that is family sharing. Good move in the right direction. Now this, if you remember, if you watched the stream I did yesterday, I said this is not a Dropbox killer, but it's essentially what iDrive should have been. iDrive, back when it was Mobile Me, this is a long time ago, was a joke. Even to the faithful. I was a Mobile Me subscriber. I had an iDisk, or iDisk, not iDrive. iDisk was kind of a joke. It worked. It was before Dropbox was really anything. It was cloud storage. Woohoo. This Mac, PC, iPhone, whatever the case may be, you can now do it with iDrive. It's all synced to one folder. You don't have to download and install anything unless you're on Windows. Then you might have to download something. But it's really simple, really easy to use. Health. This is sort of interesting if you're into this kind of stuff. I am not. It's cool, but this, I freaked out when I heard this feature. They talked about it on Mac, and I'm not going to dive into the Mac part of it, but holy cow, they have sewn this so far together. It's not even funny. So now, you get a phone call on, they call your iPhone number. It will ring on your iPad. How cool is that? And on your Mac. And you can answer it on all those devices. If you answer it on the Mac, it's a big speakerphone. You just talk. iPad, big speakerphone. Just talk. iPhone. Now it doesn't matter what device I'm using. I can answer a call no matter where I get. Sometimes I leave my phone in the other room and I don't hear it. But I have my iPad with me. Rings on my iPad, I can answer it right away. They called it continuity. You can also do handoff. So now, let's say pick up where you left off. You start something on one thing, you can open it up on the other. So here they have a numbers document. They started on the Mac. Now they can hand it off to the iPad. And same with the mail. They started an email on the Mac. They pick it up on the iPhone right where they left off. So really simple, really easy to use. Again, with the answering the calls. Call comes to your phone. You can answer it on your Mac and vice versa. And same with the iPad. Send any kind of text message. So they called these the green bubble people. So some people have different phones, and it's their choice. It's fine. But you just want to be able to communicate with them. And it doesn't matter what device I use. I just want to communicate with them. Now they're making it easier. You can now send text. If a text message comes to your phone, it's going to show up on your iPad. And you can respond to it right from your iPad. So, if you don't have Wi-Fi, they're making it easier to set up hotspots. It's cool. Whoops. Too far. Okay. Spotlight. They've improved Spotlight. They've added more searches. You can do a little bit more with Spotlight. It's interesting. Spotlight's been there for a long time, so I'm not going to dive too deeply into Spotlight. The SDK features they talked about. This is all the developer stuff. This is what makes iOS 8 more powerful. So now they have HomeKit, so you can essentially control your house. If you have a digital thermostat, digital doorbell, digital garage door, you can control that all with your iPhone. Really easy. You can essentially create a recipe. When I open my garage door, turn my lights blue. You know, whatever the case may be. So, that is it. The only other thing that they talked about that I didn't cover, I'm trying to find it here, so you're going to have to bear with me real quick. Maybe it's in the Spotlight features, because they mentioned it and I wanted to make a point of mentioning it. No. And it had to do with AirPlay. I'll find it. I will find it. Aha! Here's what I'm looking for. So peer-to-peer AirPlay, discovery, and playback. So now if you're not connected to a network, but there's an Apple TV nearby, you can connect to the Apple TV without having to connect to the network. Genius! Genius, genius, genius. So with iOS 8, you can wirelessly connect your iPad, iPhone, or iPod Touch to an Apple TV without first connecting to the organization's network, which means you can present and share or even work even if you're offline, an organization has a complex network. Genius! So they're making it easier for that, which is good news. Well, that about wraps up this video. This has just been my overview of iOS 8. Quite a long overview, but it was worth doing. I enjoyed making it for you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. And then in the next video, we're going to be talking about Mac OS X Yosemite. So, see you then.